there! Welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel, where we talk about unusually good books, unusual editions of books, unusually excited about books. Today I'm really excited because I finished the to-be-read shelf. Such a sense of achievement. I really enjoyed this approach where I'm just taking a group of books and saying, I'll read these next, and it doesn't matter how many more I have waiting to be read or how many I could be reading. I'm just going to read these guys first. And it's worked out really well. This book, The Shelf, this group of them, really fun. I started around Christmas time, so I had this really great, I have an edition of The Christmas Carol, Seen Some Better Days. I did not do this to this. This is Arthur Rackham illustrated. It's a really fun copy because the pages are a little bit thick. This is a wonderful thing to read at the holidays, and I don't do it every year, so I'm really glad that I did it this year. The illustrations are really good. It is a quick read, and I have a bunch of movies on my holiday list that are The Christmas Carol or Christmas Carol related. Among my favorites, The Muppets Christmas Carol. So if you want to prep for that, you should read the book, I think. Let's see, what else did we have going on? Also Christmas themed. Poirot, Agatha Christie. There is a holiday mystery with Hercule Poirot in it, and this was really fun to read at the holidays. I really enjoyed that. Also, oh my gosh, so good. A friend of mine suggested this one, The Last Bookshop in London by Madeline Martin, and I happened to find this, a used copy. Oh, just wonderful. It is a little baffling to me. There's a character in this book who is not an avid reader. Do these people exist? Have you ever met any? I didn't know. But this is wonderful. And I've been watching a lot of World War II related things lately. So it was really fun to read something kind of vivid. The historical research, really, really good. And there's a bookstore. Could be better. And then, oh, yes, also traveling around the world. Tokyo Vice, another movie. This is a limited mini-series on HBO. It's very well done, very high production value, very fun. The book is very different. The book is maybe a little bit darker. They clearly took some liberties with the plot for the show just to move it along and make it digestible and fit into the format. Jake Adelstein, really fascinating, very different world. I enjoy some true crime, and this is so gritty and well told. It's a little bit of nonfiction. Jennifer Weiner, That Summer. This was on my list. Someone suggested it or someone reviewed it, and I read the review. I've read some of her stuff before. This is very topical. She tends to write sort of, chick lit is a very dismissive term, but women's fiction. Generally pretty easy read, pretty fast read, that kind of thing. This is a little more serious. It's a little stop and make you think, but it was really well written, and the setting, it's set in sort of Northeast Atlantic in a world I don't have any experience with, so it was really interesting to feel that sort of, I'm in this other way of doing things, these other habits people have that I don't know anything about, so that was really good. It does have some dark topics, so, but it was a quick read, really enjoyable, well written. Another vintage Agatha Christie. This is, let's see, what is our edition information? The Cat Among the Pigeons, and it says 1959, printed in the United States of America. I think this is not a book club edition. I think this is a for real, but 1959, it's later. Set at a girls' school in England, and who knows what's going on? Where is it all going? Fascinating, really fun. I am really enjoying this Agatha Christie run that I've been on. I just discovered her, and now we're friends. So that was really fun to read. Oh, hey, Flat Cake. Charmaine Wilkerson. I heard a bunch about this book. I think last year it was one of the ones on many people's lists. This was definitely in the air, talked about quite a bit. And I happened to find this at a book sale. I think it was $3. So I thought, oh, right, I've heard about this. This seems like it could be good. Definitely holds up to the hype. So interesting, Caribbean, and the idea that food is such a big part of our culture and how we relate to other people. There's a bunch of family dynamics, a bunch of sort of intrigue of what happened with who back in the day, and what are the implications for our family. Really good stuff, really interesting. And I hope that she writes more books because that was really great. And I think it made me smarter. I think it gave me a little bit insight into worlds that I didn't have before. A little more World War II. This is The Lady is a Spy, Virginia Hall. Virginia Hall, Who has never heard of this woman? Oh my gosh. So my husband found, we had been watching, I think, Band of Brothers, that type of thing, and he found me a list of books about women who had key roles in the war that we maybe hadn't heard about. This woman, I don't want to give anything away, but she did the most amazing stuff, and I've never heard about it before. This is a young adult book. There are other books on that list that were not, so, but this was a really quick, fun, fascinating read. Definitely made me smarter. Okay, I try to be positive. Camilla Lackberg, The Golden Cage. Camilla is from Scandinavia, Stockholm. So this is translated, and it shows a little bit. It can be a little, sometimes that's a little rough, only in places that you can kind of tell, oh, this was not originally written in English. The premise is really good. She gets a lot of praise. She has many books written. I think that if you enjoy this book, you would more enjoy The First Wives Club or Gone Girl. I think that it sort of aspires to some of those themes, and I think that those books may be executed a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, Aaron Elkins. One of those murder mysteries that makes you think that it's like the fact that somebody died isn't such a big deal. It's not really a cozy mystery. It's not one of those, it's more about the recipes or it's more about whatever. This one, he's an anthropologist, and there's just something about it that makes me think that you can, not feel bad that you're spending all your time thinking about violent death. My mom apparently really enjoyed Aaron Elkins, and I have only rediscovered, somebody gave me one of her books, and so now I'm trying to find them. Smaller press. This is Berkeley Prime Crime. So there aren't as many copies, but I found this one at a bookstore. I did really enjoy it. I feel like the plot got a little bit went a little bit off in the corner a little bit, but I did really enjoy it, and it was fun to read. And I enjoy thinking that my mom enjoyed his books. Okay, this one. I broke the rules of the to be read shelf. There aren't any. It's my books. A friend of mine loaned me Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, and I had been trying to get a copy of this for a long time. In all of my travels to these bookstores, I have not seen a copy of this book, and a friend of mine read it and really enjoyed it and said, oh, I can't wait until you read it. And so I've been looking for it, and I'm on the wait list of the library. A friend of mine loaned it to me, so I just snuck it in there in the to be read shelf. I loved this. I expected it to be like a Jennifer Weiner. I expected it to be a very fast, topical take on things, but it was not. It was a serious book. There were some very unusual plot pieces, not even plot points, not that took an unexpected turn. Just there's some whole narrative style that really kind of was fun and unexpected, well researched, very interesting. I think third or fourth wave feminism. That's a big topic here. If you enjoyed the Barbie movie, I'd recommend Lessons in Chemistry. And then because I read the book, I got to see the miniseries, Hulu, I believe. Extremely good. Not the same. They took a lot of liberties with the plot. They moved stuff around. It seemed like we're kind of taking a slightly different route and getting to the same place. So in the show, there's some things you can do on television that you can't do in a book. That'd be too hard to explain it. So they got to do some of those things, but they took some stuff out of the book. I think I enjoyed the book better. I recommend reading the book first. And then Spamation by Brian Krebs. I enjoy true crime. So I was kind of interested to hear what kind of crime goes on with spam email, and it was not what I thought it was going to be about. Really interesting things going on in the world and in the economy that I didn't know about. Oh, okay, I get to put it in the I Learned Things book pile. And I thought it was really well written. I would have preferred that he spent more time on the true crime than the autobiography aspects of the storytelling, but it was extremely good, and some stuff that I just didn't know. I feel like the headlines tricked me along the way into thinking that things worked a certain way. So if you're into true crime, that's a really good one. Who knew? Spam email. Fascinating. So a pretty good bookshelf. I read way more fiction than nonfiction, but I had 2 seasonal books, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. I'm going to try to do that again. Maybe, I wonder if I have anything for Easter. And I have been watching some more movies lately that I thought, hey, we watched The Hobbit, because that's kind of fun to watch over the holidays, kind of cozy. It's been snowing. And I thought I should really reread that. So I think I will put The Hobbit on the shelf. For a long time, the to be read shelf for me was I have all these books that I've been put aside to read, and I don't know where to start. But I also have all these books that I love, and so it would be good to pull some things out that I've been thinking about and reread them and make that part of the thought process. So I'm gonna try that. And if you're interested, just give a view. I'll post the next to be read shelf, what I'm going to read, and I want to hear from all of you guys about what you're reading. I appreciate everybody who's dropped me a line or left me a note or comment. It is so fun to hear about what people are reading, and it's always fun to hear from the people on BookTube, who generally are the most polite, interesting people on the internet, as far as I can tell. So thank you to everybody who's done that, who's shot me a note and supported the channel. It's really fun to have another way to talk about books. And if you enjoy hearing what's on the to be read shelf or what I read, please drop me a line and let me know, and I'll keep doing it. Thanks again. Happy reading.